Hello again. Hope everybody's doing well. Found another issue that I want to make sure you guys are all well aware of with these Western Stars, and really any truck. This goes for any truck. This could happen to anything. It's a prevalent issue on these Western Stars, especially out here on the off-roads, but the battery straps. So I'm going to show you a couple different trucks and how easily and how prevalent this issue is. The battery straps, the hold downs come loose. Once the hold downs come loose, the batteries start bouncing around and jumping around, and it can cause a lot of damage. Damage from, it could arc out, it could break the cables, it could loosen the terminals, break the terminals, all kinds of things. And it's super simple to check, super simple to prevent. It takes a couple turns of a wrench usually, and you can get it all tightened back up. So you can look at this truck here. It actually, the battery on the bottom is jumping around so much it broke the cables between the two batteries, and it has no bolts at all left on this truck. So if you look at this here, so that's just one truck, but I'll show you some footage for some other ones. Okay, check this stuff. Every time you are touching your truck, putting DEF in the tank, doing anything like that, it doesn't take any time at all to check those bolts, make sure that stuff's tight. And it's one thing that could leave you stranded on the side of the road, need a tow, cost you a lot of loads, cause you a lot of downtime.
You can see the inspection process. By just placing your hand on the bolts, you can ensure that they are tight and secure. The bolts should not come out, should not move. None of these components should wiggle like you see in the video. Here you can also see that the battery cable is loose on the terminal. This is something that can quickly leave the truck stranded on the side of the road. All these items need to be tight, secure, and properly in place.
Something else to look out for, very prevalent, very common. Again, it applies to any truck out there on the road, but these Western Stars really do this a lot. The fuel tank straps get loose over time. Rough roads, the bouncing, the shaking of the truck will cause the entire fuel tank to move. You can see it move either forward or backwards. It'll eventually move far enough that it will contact some other piece of metal. And when it does that, it bounces up and down, shaking against that other piece of metal. It'll cut holes in it. So if we look at this truck here, there's no gap between the fuel tank and the DPF system cover. That's a real easy way to trash an entire fuel tank, a couple grand, because we can't weld them, so you have to trash the whole tank, buy a new one, okay? Real quick, easy things to look out for. Bring it up, report it, check it on your pre-trip. It'll keep you safer, keep you on the road more reliably.